Hey friends, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new. Today's video is going to be trying TikTok / Reels. Actually, all of these recipes are from Reels because I don't have TikTok, but trying Reels recipes. And I'm very excited. I have 3 recipes for you today, 2 of which are vegan, which I'm not vegan, but I find that a lot of these videos seem to be vegan, oddly enough. I'm really excited to get started, and the first recipe we're gonna do will actually be my breakfast today, and that is 5-minute healthy mug cinnamon rolls. So I'll pop the little video up right here. These look so good, so I'm really excited to get started. So I'm gonna grab all my ingredients and get started on this cinnamon roll recipe. Okay, so first ingredient is half of a banana that we're gonna mash up in the bowl. 6 tablespoons of all-purpose flour. And 1 to 4 tablespoons of almond milk. That's kind of a big range. So, oh, actually, crap, I need to do the baking powder first. Okay, 1 teaspoon of baking powder. Seems like kind of a lot of baking powder for such a small thing, but we're rolling with it. So, I'm gonna start with 1 and then mix it up and see if I need more. Start with less and add as needed. Yeah, okay. First tablespoon of almond milk, let's see how it goes. Okay, 1 tablespoon seems to have been sufficient. This is definitely, you want it to be a thick dough because we're gonna roll it out and make little tiny cinnamon rolls with it. Oh, she also does say you can use regular all-purpose, which is what I'm using, and you can use paleo or gluten-free flour as well. Apparently she's tried both of those. It says in parentheses, if plus more if needed. So if you're using an alternative flour, start with the 6 tablespoons, and then if you need to add more, go ahead and do that. Dough should be thick but a bit sticky. Okay, roll dough out with hands on a floured surface. Okay, we're rolling. This is a really sticky dough, so I am gonna heavily flour my surface here. I'll go ahead and plop this on out. Don't roll it too thin. So it doesn't say how thin or thick to roll it. So I'm just gonna, you know, pat it until it feels good. I think that looks good. Very delicate. So the filling is super simple, just 1 tablespoon of coconut sugar and 1 teaspoon of cinnamon. Now we need to brush the surface with some coconut oil. I'm not gonna use like a brush or anything. I'm just gonna kind of dab it on there because coconut oil melts like in your hands. And I'm lazy and don't feel like dirtying another bowl. So pat the melted coconut oil on the surface. Okay, now we're gonna sprinkle on the filling. This is a lot of filling. I feel like I'm already, like that should be done. I've only used half of it. But just gonna follow the recipe, even though everything in me is telling me to stop here. And now roll it up. Easier said than done, my friend. Okay, now it says to cut in 3 equal slices. There's a lot of flour on this. Looks about right. Cut. We're back. I thought what she's calling a caramel, what I would call like a frosting or a glaze, actually goes on the bottom and it goes in the microwave with everything. I thought you made that separately and then did it on top. So I was going to use this mug, which is like a cappuccino mug, but I'm gonna go ahead and use like a regular coffee mug because it says to use a tall and large mug, which I would say that this is. Now I need to make the caramel. 1 heaping tablespoon of coconut sugar, and 1 tablespoon of coconut milk cream. So I have a can of coconut milk here. This like hardened, not hardened, but like solid bit on top is coconut cream. So I'm just gonna use heaping tablespoon coconut sugar and 1 tablespoon coconut cream. Wow, this can has a lot of cream. A pinch of salt. And I can't help myself. I am gonna add some vanilla to this. I have some vanilla bean paste here. Because I'm kind of shocked that there's no vanilla in the recipe anywhere. Mix this up. So now we have to place the little cinnamon roll guys on top of that. This is what we've got going on. I'm gonna go microwave this for 90 seconds and then I'll see you in a second. Okay, so I don't know if you can like see it falling back down. Oh my goodness. We have some spillage here, even with a tall glass. They definitely don't look as cute as hers, but they feel like they're done. So I'm gonna let this cool for a second and then we'll dig in. Okay, so I'm here with my little, my little cinnamon roll mug cake. It said to just let it cool just slightly. So it's been about a minute probably. Okay, that's what hers look like. Ready? Expectation versus reality here. Try to focus on my face. There's lots of the caramel at the bottom. Hers looked like they were on top, so whatever. Okay, let's try it. It smells very banana-y, which there's banana in it, so I guess we can expect that. Wow. Okay, I'm not gonna lie, I did not have high expectations for this. This is so good. Honestly, it smells more like banana than it tastes like banana. And it really does kind of taste like the cinnamon rolls that you get like out of the package. Like the texture is really similar to like the Pillsbury cinnamon rolls. In here, I'll see if I can show you. I don't know if this will pick up on camera. The texture of the like dough is very bready. I'm gonna go ahead and rate this like a 9 out of 10. Though I don't know what I would change about it, so maybe it does get a 10 out of 10. This one's a definite thumbs up. It is lunchtime, and so it's time for our next TikTok Reels recipe. This one is more of like a technique that I've seen a ton of people do on the internet, so I don't have like one person to credit, but I will put the video here that I saw. But basically it's making a sandwich with bell pepper as the bread. As a bread enthusiast, I will continue to use quotation marks around bread because a bell pepper will never be a substitution for bread, but I'm curious to see how this, you know, works. I think it's gonna be super fresh and yummy. So on my sandwich, I'm gonna do the bell pepper bread, some whipped cream cheese, everything bagel seasoning, which is like a popular combo that I've seen, some turkey deli, some avocado, and also some sauerkraut. So I'm just gonna cut the bell pepper from top to bottom. I tried to find one that was like pretty even all the way around. I think I'm gonna go this way and take out the seeds and the core. Okay, I got my little sandwich, my little Zevia here. Let's give it a test. I don't love it. I mean, I'm gonna eat it. Maybe I just don't have enough like going on in here. It's not great. I don't know that I would make this again. Overall, I would say 5.5 out of 10. Again, it doesn't taste bad, but I was expecting more. Okay guys, it is officially dinner time. And for dinner, we are going to be making Minimalist Baker's noodle-free pad thai. So this is maybe kind of cheating a little bit because she did make a Reels making this dish, but she also has like an entire blog post about it, so that makes it a little bit easier to follow, but it looks delicious. I am going to get started making the tofu. I also like rarely cook with tofu, so this will be an interesting little switch up for me. It says this is a 30-minute recipe. It's 6:08 right now, so let's see if it's actually a 30-minute recipe. I found this at my store. It's pre-drained, so we need half a cup of extra firm tofu. This is super firm tofu. I hope that is the same. Okay, here's the thing. This calls for half a cup of tofu, but how am I supposed to measure half a cup of a block of tofu? You know? So I think I'm just going to wing it, and I'm gonna say that this is a half cup of tofu. Okay, so this is what we got going on in tofu land. I'm gonna do 1 tablespoon of coconut aminos, a teaspoon of chili garlic sauce, and a 1/4 teaspoon of ground turmeric, so just kind of like a sprinkle. Okay, set aside. Now, add all the sauce ingredients to a small mixing bowl, okay? Three and a half tablespoons of coconut aminos, 12 grams of coconut sugar, and then 3 tablespoons of lime juice. I'm just gonna do a whole lime because I'm lazy and I don't feel like measuring 3 tablespoons. So it might be a little bit more, it might be a little bit less. I am okay with that. And now we're just gonna mix it up. Oh, I forgot to add the red pepper flakes. Also, it's taking everything in me not to add salt, but I'm gonna trust the process here. Also set aside. Okay, so now for the veggies, we need 1 serrano chili, we need some green onions, red cabbage, bell pepper, carrots, collard greens, and some ginger. Okay, so I've got my sesame oil. Then I'm gonna get heating up in the pan. Got my first round of veggies right here that I'll put in after that's all heated up. Okay, so I've been here ribboning carrots. I've just been using my vegetable peeler and like making ribbons, but this has been sauteing for a little while, and now I'm going to go ahead and add in my tofu. It says to just kind of like push everything to the side and add in tofu. Let that brown. Weird thing I noticed about this recipe is that I have yet to add salt. Like nowhere in this recipe yet has it said to add salt, which I feel very strange about because I am a very salt during every step of the recipe kind of cook. So that's kind of weird. Curious to see how it turns out. I will go ahead and show you how I've been ribboning these carrots. So these are just peeled, and then I'm just kind of obviously going a lot quicker than this. I'm trying to show you. And then once it gets to like the core, if you can see, I'll just flip it over and like lay it on the board and do the other side. And then once it starts to get to the core on the other side, put on its side, do this side, and then the other side, and then you're left with just the core. I'm gonna do the other side. And then by the end, you're left with a bunch of carrot cores. I'll probably just eat these, slash, I don't know if you can see, you can't see. You can see her little shadow in the background. Mabel loves carrots. She heard me peeling and she knows that means carrots. Oh, Mabel. Now I'm gonna add in my carrots and collard greens and see if they'll even fit in here. Okay, now I'm gonna go ahead and add in the sauce. think everything is warmed through, so let's go ahead and plate this up and then we'll see how it turned out. Here is the veggie pad thai. It looks amazing. That did not take me 30 minutes. It took me a full hour. So, a lot of the time was spent for sure doing the carrots, but let's dig in. Oh my God. This is so good. See, my thing is, this was a lot of work though. Very good. I think instead of the carrot noodles next time, I would just do regular noodles, but the sauce is really good and I really like the tofu. So I think I would give this like a 9 out of 10. Really good. So you guys, that's the end of this video. I had so much fun trying all these TikTok recipes today, or Reels recipes. TikTok recipes just sounds better, and that's just the end of the story. But yeah, I had honestly really low expectations for that first cinnamon bun recipe, and I think it ended up being my favorite one of the day. So with that being said, I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you subscribe, and I will see you in my next one.